In Russian bias you must trust. Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the T34 American 6.7 battle rating heavy tank, and we are going right into the first battle of a double feature, so 2 battles in one video. And I'm going here with my T92 and the Charioteer, 2 quick tanks on the flank of the Maginot Line map. And well, I'm bypassing A. I could go directly for it, but I want to make sure that we win the, well, flanking battle, a scout battle as I want to call it, or as I usually call it for myself in tactical terms. And our first customer of the day is a Jagdpanther, and I just couldn't resist the shot on the lower glacis through the transmission, and the shrapnels from the spalling and so on killed the tank in its entirety. So my T92 buddy got taken out by an Object 906, which is an absolute beast of a tank, and let's see what we can do about him. He shot somebody else, and now I killed him with a crew knockout. So that's already a double strike, and then we have a problem, because now I am forced to, well, reload before I can, well, shoot this guy. And this Type 61 is also a tank with a potential dangerous shell. He defends 320mm of penetration, but he hasn't got it. So, or he bounced or whatnot, doesn't really matter. 3 quick kills so far. And there I saw another tank going through this little valley here. Let's see what it is. So the wreck of the T61 or Type 61 is still there, and it's an IS-2. I think it's a mod 1944, and sadly the spalling was not good enough to take out the gun breach, so we must follow him up. Reload on this tank for an expert crew, no, an ace crew, is 14.9 seconds. That is half a second faster than the 10.5cm Tiger 2's 15.4 seconds for an ace crew. Now, why is this important? Well, just to tell you the difference between the 2 tanks, whereas the German heavy tank that has supposedly an autoloader, at least in the description, which it doesn't have because it has the extra crew member, well, you know, it doesn't have it. Just for the lols. And while it's a beautiful tank, it's even more beautiful when it explodes when you shoot at it for the ace. Ah, beautiful. And so A got captured, and I just use my binoculars to look around, and we see a Russian tank. Looks like an Su-85 to me. And now it's dead, which is good. And now, after 6 kills that we got on the flank, now we can go into A. Now we can decap and hopefully also cap A and turn around the tables, because currently we have non-capture point, although B gets captured and the enemy has 2. So this is acceptable for a short time, but in the long run, if you really want to win the game, you have to do something about it. I think if you go directly for the capture zones, you're doing something wrong. You're making it relatively easy for the enemy. So my usual approach for a match is to thin out the enemy lines and then go for the objective. Depends a little bit on the tank. Not every tank can go directly for the objective, or should go for the objective, when the light tank or the tank that should have mobility is not quick enough or stock. You know, it's always a tragedy. And also the top speed on the T34 is not the highest. So, as we could see, we have not just a fantastic 120mm gun, which delivers a lot of pain to the enemy with a brutal solid shot, and you know has not just good armor, but it also has 350 cals, which I should have used in this scene, and I would have probably done more damage. But still, I hit the entirety of the fuselage of this Russian attacker, and well, he's not even smoking. I'm confused. You know, this shell splits German tanks apart Now there are more bombs. And you see, now I transmitted my location to the enemy. I'm under constant air attack. And I just want to now go to B, which now got again captured by the enemy team, or is in the process of getting captured. Again, a few hits into this Russian attacker, nothing happens. Bombs explode behind me. Let's have a look around, and yeah, half of our team is already dead. I saw that there is now a Tiger 2. The second I want to get into position, I receive a nasty side shot. I turn around, put my frontal armor towards the threat, and just want to put the building between me and the Tiger 2. The Su-100 got now a bit greedy, wanted to charge me and secured me. My 7th kill. So that is amazing. And this all in just like 5 minutes of gameplay. I think that is fantastic. So now I'm down to 2 crew members, which is a statement to this tank's survivability. After having received an APHE shot in the side of the turret from a Russian tank destroyer, I want to get back some of my crew, or at least 1 crew member, but then, yeah, what a shame. And that's just, my last thought was, don't screw this up, this was going to make for some fantastic footage. And then the bomb dropped. Russian planes, man. So, next match is here on the Japan map, or Emperor's Garden map. And it's one of those games, you know. But now let's discuss a little bit the surrounding of the T34. As you could see, the tank is fantastic, it has armor. The mobility is not the very best, to be honest. But the combination of armor, survivability and firepower, in my opinion, makes up for it. So the 120mm gun is fantastic at, you know, accelerating the T14E2 AP armor piercing shell to 944 meters per second muzzle velocity, which gives it 247mm of penetration. That value alone is similar or very close to the penetration values on the solid shot of the Tortoise with its 32 pounder or 94mm gun, or also the upgraded APHE shell on the 10.5cm Tiger 2. So yeah, the T53 cannon is really brutal, and it has really a satisfying, well, ring to it. It has just a really good gun sound. You also have 350 cals, decent turret rotation, decent vertical guidance, minus 10 degrees, but just plus 15 degrees, which is a bit awkward, but not too strange. Top speed just 35 kilometers an hour. However, it's really the post-penetration damage effect from this fantastic armor piercing shot that I absolutely love. And so it's not a, you know, big mystery why people like this tank to play, but it's not the most popular tank out there. Now, I think this tank is a really good tech tree version compared to the T29, which is the premium version. And so there I have no problem with this tank's battle rating. But I cannot understand its battle rating compared to other nation tanks, but also compared to the Super Pershing. How? How on earth has this tank the same battle rating as the Super Pershing? I don't understand. Well, I don't work here. I'm just making videos for, you know, the fun of it. And now, yeah, we just went a little bit through the middle here, flanking B, but, you know, bypassing A. The M50 Ontos worked over a Panther 2. I'm finishing him, and now I want to go into the dip and want to go through the back route, so to say, into the middle, and want to see what's there to harvest, so that I fall into the back of the enemy team. There I saw a Tiger 2, but I'm on the low ground, so I have to you know, go over the ridgeline to be able to engage this tank. Might have also been a Panther 2. which the Super Pershing killed. So I saw also a Tiger, but the M56 Scorpion was a bit faster, and then a few things happen very rapidly. First of all, there is nothing. Then I see that the Panther 2 shot and the 10.5 cm Tiger 2 blow up the M56 Scorpion, and I do it in return to the Panther 2, which was facing a little bit downward, neglecting the angling effect of the upper glacis, making it a very nice one-shot. And well, it seems like I have the faster reload compared to the 10.5 cm Tiger 2, but we do a lot of damage. Commander Gunner, Loader, and many other things are down. So yeah, I think I have the better engagement right now. And while the M50 Ontos is emptying his recoilless rifles into the side of the 10.5 cm Tiger 2, again I finish him off. So you could see I have support by some light tanks, I have support potentially also by some tank destroyers like a Super Hellcat. You know, the American 6.7 lineup is fantastic, and it's even stronger than the German 6.7 lineup in its best days. Again, we see another tank firing, and we shoot the turret, and again we kill 3 crew members, Commander, Loader, and also the cannon breach. So that is important now, because we can hunt him down. One benefit over from AP shots compared to APHE shots is that they have a slightly better tendency to deal with sloped armor, and you also can shoot an enemy through the engine block, set the engine on fire, you know, taking it out of commission, and then the spalling effect still will continue to kill the entirety of the crew. So here the whirlwind killed my driver, it seems like, and I just hammer with the 50 cal the turret after shooting the hull from the side, which was a bit suboptimal. And there is again the Tiger 2, and well, we could then finish off the gunner once he got into the, well, gunner position again to finish off the whirlwind for my ace. Just like that, very easy. So now I want to hunt down the Tiger 2, and we just get a glimpse. We aim for the driver and the radio operator or machine gunner, and we get the kill with a double strike. Good stuff right there. And then, just as I turn around, I didn't see the Panther here because of the tree, and I receive a turret penetration, and I'm down to 2 crew members. So even though the Panther penetrated the turret from the side, he didn't kill the entirety of the crew in the turret, because the commander is sitting so far back, which granted me the survivability. But he shot me and killed also my loader before I could reload after the engagement with the Tiger 2. That means I'm now sitting through a very long reload, and this is really painful. And look at this. The only thing that saved me from this Panther was that he was preoccupied, and the slow reverse speed allows me to aim at the, well, corner, so to say, of the Panther, and, well, killing him for my 7th kill. Really nice. And so you can see the tank really gives you the heavy tank feeling. You have the armor, you have the amount of crew, the crew is spread out through the entirety of the tank, the ammunition rack is at the very bottom if you take enough shells out, but you still make consistent one-shots to the enemy. And yeah, this RE-251, I saw him coming quite literally, and there he goes for my 8th kill. So this is the T34. It's a straightforward heavy tank, very good still after some time of its introduction, and that was a funny bug here. I held down my C key because I was aiming here at the haystacks, whatever you want to call them, and the turret automatically wiggled around. So that's the end of the match. Let's have a quick look at the post-battle results. So after gaining an AAA order, I get for my 8 clean kills and 1 kill assist 47,000 silver lines and just under 4,000 research points. That's not really satisfying. I had today a game with up to 10 kills, 11 kills, but I didn't survive it. And I also, well, did a little bit of spawn camping, and I couldn't resist to just harvest the kills. Yeah, so that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this, well, double feature of the T34, which is a fantastic, beautiful, heavy tank. And don't forget to give this video a like, give that, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.